All right, let's go. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having just a wonderful day. Just a wonderful day today. All right. I got a bunch of cool people in the chat already. We got TK, Scott Yost, Missingnos here, Ward Point Ranch, Jaxic Nobu D. First time catching one of these streams. First time I've seen your name in here. That's cool. David Baker's in the house. Gregory B. Blessed Carrot's here. The Holy Vegetable. All right. Blessed Carrot says, well, if you need a nap, just go for it, DL. Health first. Yeah. Thank you for your balanced, drama-free video on the Qui-Gon Jinn nerf. Always appreciated. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's... I get so tired of the negativity. It's like, oh my God, they nerfed this ability and now Qui-Gon Jinn's useless. He's not useless. Good Lord, that ability is still strong. And especially if you're using it to make weak Jedi have 10,000 offense. It's ridiculous, you know. It's like a 300 speed Jedi. If you get them to 270 speed plus 30 from Qui-Gon, they get 9,000 offense. How can that be bad? You know, I see somebody posted that Star Killer is actually the best Omicron. Well, I don't have enough money to have afforded Star Killer, so it'll be a while before I'll be able to comment on whether that Omicron is good or not, at least from personal experience. Was it really even a nerf? I mean, yeah, it was. So there's a nerf in two sense. One is now if there's a Galactic Legend present, it doesn't work. So you can't like use it for Galactic Legend cleanup or something like that anymore. That's off the table. And now when Qui-Gon dies, they get 400% of Qui-Gon's offense. So if your Qui-Gon's just a little guy and you were like planning to get him killed for the rest of the team to go crazy, then getting him killed won't do anything for you. So you actually have to make Qui-Gon a good character to make that part of the ability good. But it's, I mean, for what I was using it for anyway, it's working as intended. So I like it. I don't mind it at all. It's about half the damage now after the nerf when Qui-Gon dies. Okay. Hey, Griff's in the house. Hello, Griff. I still got a little bit of my morning coffee in the cup here, so I'm going to hit that from time to time. All right, we've still got some Fleet Arena battles to play, so I hope you guys can bear with me. Maybe you'll enjoy watching some fleet battles and maybe not, but we're going to do a couple fleet battles here at the start. So a video was recommended to me about using the Executor versus Executor matchup and kind of playing a chill style. I've been trying to do that all week with a very low success rate. So if the opponent, if I don't go for the contract first, I don't win. So I don't know what it is that's different about my Fleet Shard versus Zareth's Fleet Shard, but really I've got to get all the breaches I can. The first step in this Executor battle is to get the contract up, which is the blue bounty hunter abilities over here. And if your opponent gets to it and you don't, see, he's got his already, right? He got the contract right now. And if I don't follow up and also get that contract right away, I didn't get it. I'm going to lose. So I will probably lose this battle just because I couldn't get that contract fast enough. And that's how it works for me. And even if I like play it chill and try to slow roll it, the same thing happens and they just nuke my Razor Crest. Just like that. And it's gone. So he gets to that. Any opponent that gets to that ability then gets additional speed on the Razor Crest and stuff like that. So let's take a look at that. Reinforced hull. Is it over here? First time allies inflict breach 6 times while Razor Crest is active. it gets extra critical damage, bounty hunter allies gain offense, and speed for the rest of the battle. So as soon as they hit this contract and get that plus 25 speed, I just lose. So playing it chill, if my opponent's also got a Relic 9 Piet, if I play chill, they get the contract, I don't, I lose every time. So that's my status in Fleet on my main account. If somebody understands the exact interaction and knows what I should do differently to make that work, I can't stop them getting that contract. It all happens before the first reinforcement comes in. They get the contract, I don't, and then problems ensue. All right. Over here on the Subtisio account, I'm going to shoot for third place. I'm going to give it one shot real quick. Get in there. I'm actually using the Endurance here. We're using Mace Windu's capital ship. Surprisingly, I'm having more success with that than Home 1, which is really unusual to me because Home 1 was always such a better capital ship for me in the past that I figured, that's the way to go. So we can get a target lock over here on Ahsoka. Oh, she takes it off. All right. And then when we get our first ability here, we're going to want to get a Valor on all of our guys, speed up our capital ship. Stuck behind Houndstooth a little bit here, so we're just going to have to wail into that for a minute. We'll bring in the Vulture Droid. I don't have the Discord missile maxed yet because I just haven't had the resources to do that. But we'll try to get that to level 8 so that we can get that buff immunity out of that, and it'll be better for us in future matchups. We'll just take a big hit on the Houndstooth. Try to kill it. Beef him back up. Try to block a little bit here. We can stun him now, I think. Nope, didn't get the stun. Don't want to trigger too many of those retributions. Okay, Ahsoka cleared off her buzz droids. Not sure we're going to get through this one, boys. We got a lot of ramping to do. All right, we got out from behind the Houndstooth for a second. This will take off the Foresight, and then we can stun him. Let's go ahead and take that because it won't remove the buzz droids. Nah, we got taunt again now already. Darn. Alright, this should give us the advantage, and then next time we can one-shot the Houndstooth if it's not too late. We've got target lock on one other, so we can do this. And well, we lost our advantage, so we could have killed Houndstooth if we had advantage. And now we're just kind of lost. Let's hope to get lucky. Nope, didn't get lucky. Alright, we'll bring this in. See if we can make a desperate attempt to get rid of this silencer. That didn't work. And we're lost. Alright. Good enough. Give it a try anyway. I think we have one more attempt in squad too. We can take a look at that later. Alright. Let's go catch up on chat here. Alright. So Nikolay Isakov says, "Hey DL. How you doing, man? Myler's here. Hello, hello, hello. I wanted to welcome everybody with a joke. Do you know when a joke becomes a dad joke? When it goes for milk and doesn't come back." Wow. I see Anakin still one-shotting teams. Fleet gameplay is always useful. Will you be modding Qui-Gon Jinn now, tank or offense? I'll be modding Qui-Gon Jinn tanky. Generally, I'll try to make him a better character, mod him tanky, and keep him alive. Because the advantage is that if the AI sees another one of your Jedi at low life, they're more likely to attack the low life Jedi. And we've seen that in plenty of matchups. They just flail against the other Jedi, not realizing that they can't kill them. So generally we want Qui-Gon to be the biggest character in the team if we're using it like that, and then just mod him so that he doesn't die easily. Just took number 1 in fleet. Hopefully it holds. All right, nice. Looking forward to the Subtisio setup for GAC. Yeah, I mean, the Subtisio setup is just going to be, manipulating, doing the best we can with what we've got, which is going to be kind of garbage, but I'll show it. I mean, people want to see it, so I'll show it. Over here on the main account, the main thing that we're looking to do this time is we're looking to continue to build our Padme counter. So if we can use this counter against JMK, then we're going to want to do that in Grand Arenas where we think that we'll fight the JMK on defense. So I sped my cat back up. I put mods on her to make her fast again. I think for this counter you really want her to be fast, so I got her to 343 because you want her to go early, get the Shen on Ahsoka, and then start just calling all kinds of Ahsoka assists and then annihilate the Kenobi, right? That's kind of the first phase of this. And we lose Kenobi right away to the cat Execute. So it becomes pretty much a 4-man team. And maybe if you guys know some way that this works differently or if this counter's supposed to work differently, let me know what you've seen. But basically, I've got it to the point where I can generally get it down to just Kenobi, but I can't always beat Kenobi. So we'll do this. We'll give it to little Ahsoka, and we'll let her start working the system here. Get a big hit. See, I always lose Kenobi like that. I think it's kind of like probably what's supposed to happen. So there we call another assist. We're 1 away from getting the Execute off. That's unfortunate. All right. Now they're piling in. They're piling in that cat. We just got to take the abuse for like 5 minutes. And then we got cooled down by Skywalker, so we're still at a cooldown of 1. Calling this Ahsoka again. We may be able to get this Kenobi without using that ability. Alright, they got the defense pen. Yeah, I think we just need to take it. It can't be dodged. We'll get Kenobi out of here before he gets rebuffed or something. Okay. The assists are good. They get us that free protection up from Padme's ability. I've watched this counter, but C3PO is on the team instead of Anakin. Okay. All right. So we should have C3PO in here instead of Anakin, but that takes apart my CLS team too. Man, I can't afford to give up 3 different teams for one counter. It's too much. Too much to ask. Alright, so we do this, and then Cat should be able to pop gas on the next go-around. And I want to kill Cat. So maybe, if we're lucky here, we can get this stuff off of Cat and get a big enough hit on her to knock her out. Let's see. Almost. Maybe I should have taken that Skywalker. Just got to practice it. Just got to keep practicing. Yeah, the Cat's gone now, so we're lost. All right, but so you're saying C3PO in there instead of the yeah. All right. So if C3PO goes with that team, then basically the Luke team, I don't know. Man, that's tough because I finally got my CLS team up and running, and I don't want to give up that C3PO. And R2 is going with the resistance. So I guess you just leave that spot empty on the CLS team then, just format it. Hey DL, what do you think of the ideal troopers team is? I think the ideal trooper team right now is for me it's this team. And I know what people are getting at, with Iden Versio out now, what happens? Well, if you popped Iden Versio in here instead of Stark, that's, probably the best trooper team that you could have right now. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about whaling on Iden, guys. I really thought about it. I talked about it a little bit over on the Discord. Because putting her in this team, then, I mean, that team then goes up, even another level. I like it this way. I've seen some people put range in instead of Gideon, so it would be this with range and Iden. Maybe that's better, but man, Gideon offers a lot of control, and I think people way underestimate armor shred. The amount of additional damage that you get on a target that has an armor shred on it is really a big deal. So I like Moff Gideon for his control. I like him for the why am I blanking on the name of it? The demoralize, where it cuts all the damage down, so that if they do, get a turn in somewhere, they're not doing as much damage. So I like the team this way. Probably Iden Versio is better than Stark. But, yeah. My opinion. I obviously don't have Iden yet. I haven't been able to try like 15 different versions of the trooper team, so it's hard for me to know empirically. For sure. Will you be getting max crate on Loquitur? No, not even close. I've done no refreshes on Loquitur for the first, 10 days. In the last 3 or 4 days here, I think with a few refreshes, I'll be able to close out the gold box. So I've basically gone through the whole thing with no refreshes. I just don't want to spend crystals over there. I'm not going to get the character anyway. The red box isn't that much of a big deal over the gold box on normal. So I feel like save the crystals for something useful. For me, that's buying cat shards. And if I was doing 3 refreshes a day, I would probably have to do 3 refreshes a day for another, 6 or 7 days to get the rest of those quests to get the red box. And, yeah, I mean, if I'm going to do that for 6 days, that's, 10 cat shards I could have bought instead. So, yeah, I don't see the value in doing that on normal. I'll get the red box on this account, and I've been doing refreshes, and I bought the pass to make best use of it. Where are we? 621 of 630. So the next quest that I finish that gives me 10 more tickets, then we'll close out that red box, and we've got a little while to do that yet. Yeah, we got another day to take care of that. So I'll close out that last quest and get it. C-3PO makes it more consistent. It's still a 20% chance of failure on the first turn, which I don't like. They target Kenobi with a cooldown reduction on Cat, so no GK taunt. You still have the code, the Core 4 Rebels, so not having C-3PO doesn't completely ruin that team. You could use Old Ben or something. But if I'm using that as my gas counter, then I'm really stuck using it as my gas counter. Griff says, I use Idea against Mon Moth Mikhail. It was so clean and good. Relic, Death, and Snow. Oh, you used Iden? I'm going to call her Controversio. So you used an Iden team against the Mon Mothma team with Kyle. Okay. Sounds like a good reason. Griff, is yours is just like 3 stars and gear 10 or 11, right? You didn't go crazy on her. You just built her. You can take out JMK and SLKR with Padme, Cat, Snips, GK, and BB Echo, and Bad Batch Echo. Oh, with Bad Batch Echo on the team then instead of 3PO. My Echo's in. Is he the one I'm currently relicking? Yeah, we're working on getting Echo to relic. I haven't worked on his mods yet though, so he doesn't have fantastic mods on him. But so you're saying put this Echo on the team then instead of C3PO. Interesting. Provide more control. I like that. You could get buff immunity onto Kenobi. Potentially avoid the taunt and get around him for that first execute to land on a better target. That would be awesome. That would really be fantastic. Yeah. Man, that's a good call. I like that. That could really work. Got my Executor today. Now have C, both Revens, Padme, and Executor at 3.5 million. Nice. Darth Soze, that's great. TK says, I've noticed a huge difference in character relics using my conquest currency for gear 13 instead of character shards. Yeah, TK, that's going to be in my, I'm going to talk about that in my upgrade, my Loquitur update. We got a 42-minute update for the Loquitur account this week. It's a long one, but it goes over relicking characters and it goes over GAC strategies. CLS Rebels will not work against gas without 3PO. Yeah, that's what I thought, Griff. Yeah. Gear 10 and 3 stars in Iden. Nice. Yeah, Echo is to do the buff immunity. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's a good idea. That makes me want to just whale this Echo straight up to Relic right now before we even start GAC. What would I need? I got 22k crystals, 1700 to buy that. I usually don't buy gear like this, guys, but I need some of those. Can we buy those from the shop? Probably. Yeah, we could buy those if we wanted to. That's tempting. I'll work on that over the course of the next week. I'll get him to a high relic level. And then for next week's GAC, hopefully we'll be able to see how that Echo can work in that team. I'll practice it in Squad Arena first. Got the Wrecker up to Relic 7. We're going to be able to do Hunter after Echo. Then we'll hopefully get Omega. And Tech is kind of... Tech's bringing up the rear here. His shards have been more rare than other shards for some reason. He's been the statistical bad boy of the bunch. All right, so with the main account, I think the only thing I'm really going to do in squads here, let's get rid of a bunch of these conquest things. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this old conquest stuff. Way too many squad tabs here, guys. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay. And go over here. So basically, if they have a Kenobi that's going to be on defense, then we're going to take probably take Rey on offense, or we have to put Rey with leftover resistance. So we can make a Rey team out of the Fin Poe team, right? And we can go with like resistance heroes and her and who's the best? Maybe Stick Rey. And that keeps the other Rey team for offense. So we could maybe put this on defense if we're confident in this Padme counter, right? So then the Padme counter that we're looking at, you guys are saying, I like the idea of, you're saying kick out Anakin, huh? So that would be Kenobi and Ahsoka and Cat, and then Echo, we're saying. Okay. Pad Cat. So then for Qui-Gon, well, let's put together the Revan team first. And let's assume that we're going to still use a Revan team like this to beat Grievous. Then what does that leave for us with Qui-Gon? How do we use Qui-Gon then? So if Anakin's kicked out of the Padme team, then he goes right in there, right? And we can do that. Ayla and old Ben or whatever. I mean, we could even throw Ezra in there. I've got him gear 12 on my main account, right? So we could do something like this for the Qui-Gon team and use a Qui-Gon scrub and use that as a punch-up team. And then we should still have the Rey team that we want with JTR, 2 droids. And I've really... Oh, we've been using this with Stick Rey. Right? Yeah, we've been using that with Stick Rey. And Stick Rey's had a good contribution. Maybe this ends up looking like this instead, though. Has this Resistance pilot got anything good to contribute? Outmaneuver. So he gets 50% chance to expose, 65% chance to gain foresight. So he has stuff. And gains 25% whenever they evade or score a critical hit. So we can put him on this team. Okay. And then we can make Rey even more scrub-tastic and get rid of these. And at that point, we might as well go with the scoundrel style. No, I don't know. We could put a couple more resistance here. What's better? Do we put a couple resistance here? No. No, it's getting too bad. It's getting too bad. We have to make this more threatening. So that'll use up our Queel, Vandor, and IG-11 package. And we can do something like this. And that frees me up to keep even my Fin Poe team going. Because I have really liked that team. I have really liked that team. This is it, right? Finn, this Poe, and the 2 veterans. That team has been so good to me. All right. Let's go back. How are shock clones in C-Pit? Shock clones are awesome in C-Pit. You want to use them in Phase 2 or Phase 3. You want to feed the Rancor something in Phase 2. If you haven't done that already, you feed it a character so they don't get so the Rancor uses its consume. Then you take in the troopers, you hit that door, you put the door down, and you just go crazy. Try to get as many aerial advantages off on Rex as you can. And they're a good damage dealing team. Depending on how high your relics are, you can go anywhere from 1 million to... I don't know, I haven't seen many runs on the clones over 2 million. Maybe some other people know what the top end of that team looks like for the Rancor raid, for how much damage they can really do. But yeah, the shock clones are good Phase 2, Phase 3 damage dealers. For sure. Is there a reason buff immunity for Echo works, but JKA with buff immunity on basic doesn't? Not sure on that. It's a crow. You need a soak and a cleanse on basic. Yeah, but... Well, Anakin doesn't have a 100% chance to apply that debuff. He doesn't have a 100% chance. So I like this. I like this as the Kenobi package. Because then we can, in theory, we could take all of this. We could take all this on offense. Every bit of this on offense. Put the Fin Poe team on defense. Have all of this on offense. And as long as we pick the teams off of this tab, we have a potential counter with the Padme team against Kenobi. We can use Cat or Rey. We can use Rey on defense or offense in this setup. And this is just a timeout team. It's just meant to share stats, to be annoying. You'll have to use a Galactic Legend to beat this, for sure. Unless you've got hyper speed Geos with the Ewok lead. Got to learn more about that team. I'm intrigued by that. Apparently, there's a Ewok-led Geo team that can beat Rey teams. So I'm interested to learn about that. But see, if you had that team and they killed either IG-11 or Queel, Vandor is going to bring them back. And with Holdo in there getting in the way, then maybe it's got a chance of doing something. Put Plo instead of Ezra for full Galactic Republic. So we're only looking for Galactic Republic here. That's a good call. Galactic Republic Jedi. We can throw in the Plo. The Plomeister. Yeah, I should probably gear him up a little bit. What's he need? Stun cuffs. He needs 2 sets of stun cuffs. That's what's preventing us from gearing up Plo. How many stun cuffs would we need? 12. We need 12. Can we buy 12 stun cuffs? You know what, the heck with it. Let's commit. Let's go ahead and blow Plo up a level. That's the value of having an account that you're willing to spend a little bit on. Yeah, let's get him going. There we go. Just made his ship better. Well, which means that we immediately have to go make his ship better. Bam. Bam. Upgrade. Bam. Upgrade. Get it, Plo. Get it. All right. I'm happy with that. You guys know I love Plo's reinforcement. He's done. Look at it. We're done. We're done with Plo. Nice. All right. Probably should have committed some resources to that long before this. You know what? Let's do it up here. Offense down 15%. No, I'm not willing to commit. Nope. I lied. We're not going to commit more to that. Okay, though. That's where we're at with the Qui-Gon team. Good call. Thank you for that. Bros kind of belong with Rey if you want to do resistance with her. Yeah, bros do belong with Rey, but man, I'm telling you, Griff, that team has been so good for me on defense. I just do not want to give up that Fin Poe team. The amount of times that I go back in and I look at the recap, and these guys have had 1 hold, 2 holds, or they're still standing. It's incredible. People just underestimate this team a lot, I think, because it looks like a leftovers team. But, this guy has decent mods on him, right? He's 286 speed. But this Finn, we went all in on this Finn. He's 345. So I think that people don't expect to see that kind of commitment to a team that looks like scrubs. Yeah, so I think we get a separate team out of it if we do it this way. So we kind of got to do that. All right, guys, I'm going to do a quick public service announcement here because I'm having a problem, and only you guys can help. Now, we set a goal to try to push our subscribership to 4,000 by the end of the month, and I got to say, guys, we are not on track. So as of right now, we're going to end up short. We're going to end up at about 3.9, maybe 3.94 at the current rate that we're getting subscribers into the channel. I put out a video and I get 4 guys, maybe 5 guys. Now, when I put out the video on the plan for Subtisio, I asked you guys to make comments in the video. I got more comments than usual on that video, even though a lot of them were just, hey, algorithm, whatever. We got a lot of comments. That video shot up. It did a lot better than average for the first couple days. And we got like plus 12 subscribers just from that holocron alone. So you guys are the ones that really have the power to get me more subscribers. If you just get the comments into these videos, get the likes on these videos, it helps more people find the channel. It helps get more subscribers. It's going to help us meet that goal. So I know I'm begging, and I know a lot of people don't like that, but really help me out. We're trying to get to $4,000 by the end of the month, and we're currently not on track. So just a little bit of effort from you guys, just a comment, like a 3-word comment, hi DL, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anything. Any little bit helps me, and I would appreciate it. All right, guys. Who's ready to work on this Subtisio account? This is going to be interesting and fun. Maybe. We'll see. That's how I'm able to go first in arena without a GL. Nice. I use shock in C-Pit and get 1.7 to 1.8 million damage. I have guild members who can hit around 2 million with a good run. Yeah, nice. That's what I thought. Yeah, so 1 million to 2 million is certainly possible with the clones. That's good. I usually use the Rancor eating someone to get the 5 sacrifice to go for 2 Rexalts. Oh, interesting. So you actually let the Rancor eat somebody right away, then hit the door. That speeds up your characters. And then, oh, nice. Nice. Okay, good strategy there, Aaron Roy. Thanks. Jayla says, yes, my Geos team. Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that sometimes. I'm intrigued by that. Should Plo be a second in the Qui-Gon Jinn team for any swarms so the buffs are dispelled first? Does it work like that? Perhaps the same with Ahsoka and the Padme team. Should Plo be second in the Qui-Gon team? Should he go second? Well, I'm trying to run Qui-Gon as, the characters don't need a whole lot of special attention. I'm not going to use the Qui-Gon team in some scenario where we have to have things aligned just right with characters in the right turn order and all that stuff. It's meant to be, they've got a Newt Gunray team with 2 relics, so it's going to be annoying. So I take in that team and just, work my way through it. That's a little bit how I'm planning to use that. Okay. Those Zeta materials hurt when used to buy Plo and ship. Tom Montiel is here. Hope your daughter's feeling okay. Yeah, my daughter's feeling good. I'm feeling, yeah, a little under the weather. You guys can probably hear it in my voice, and I've been coughing on you a few times, but we'll get through it. We'll definitely get through it. This week I'm going back through every one of your videos and literally type 3-word comment. Nice. So you'll actually type 3-word comment. That's beautiful. I love it. It's more important to do on the videos right when they first come out. The older videos, once they've already had exposure, adding additional comments doesn't promote them enough to get too much attention. I hit around 2 million with Shock T clones. Agreed. Don't sacrifice anyone. Let Rancor eat someone and then hit the door with the AoE. Makes easy damage. All right. Nice. The better plan. For Plo and Ahsoka going second, I meant as in where they're in the character squad, not for the speed of the characters. Does turn order matter? I mean, I'm not pulling a lot of assists with that team. Am I? Who do I have on that team that assists? We've got Anakin. He doesn't pull assists. Ahsoka's not even in the team. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that turn order is that, or the order in which they appear. Does it matter? Yeah, nobody's really pulling assists. Qui-Gon does on one ability, right? He gets an assist off his humbling blow or something. Does he get an assist? Yeah, call an ally to assist. But that's random. So yeah, I don't think the order matters too much here. I mean, if you really want to, we can change the order. If it makes you feel better, we put Plo up next. Put Anakin down bottom. All right. Positioning is only really a consideration for unique skills or order. Yeah, exactly, for a mass assist. Yeah, there's really no mass assists here. But okay, let's get over to the Subtisio account. Some people wanted to see how we're going to mess around with the Subtisio account. I got time for one more fleet battle. Do I have one more fleet battle left? I think I used up all my fleet tries. Yeah, my fleet tries are all used up. Too bad, so sad. Okay, so on the Subtisio account, we're 2 weeks in, right? We started on the 1st. It's now the 16th. So we've been playing this account for 1 day, free to play, and then with the hyperdrive for 14 days after that. And that puts us at 16. So if I arrange all these characters in terms of their power, the pilots, I mean, the top row is, well, Darth Vader because he's so good, and pilots. Now, I've talked about my 3-tier strategy for relicking, right? Kylo's going to be the target for my first relic. Darth Vader is going to be my target for the second relic. So I have to get Darth Vader to gear 12 before I get Kylo to relic. 5s is just a greedy man. Look at this. Stun cuffs. Carbantes, and stun guns, and droid callers. So this gear tier, I mean, he's just got these gear tiers that are super sticky. So we'll definitely try to get 5s in position to relic at some point, like let's say within the first 5 relics. But we'll probably do Kylo, Vader, and then hopefully by then we can have Spy, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So the first 3 relics, most likely, Kylo, Vader, Spy. Now, Spy hasn't got too much attention yet. We are so credit deficient. It's crazy. I ran my credits down to, I farmed this morning, but take a look at these credits. This is crazy. We've got 31K credits and 26K shipbuilding materials. We're just completely flat broke, guys. That's how we're running this. Relicking my Executor requirements and have Bosk and soon Boba done. Would you do Cad in there even if he's not part of the requirements? Yes. Yes. You need Cad Bane to Relic. In the Executor versus Executor mirror match, Cad Bane plays a huge part. You want him as high of a Relic as you're willing to commit. Not because you have to, but because it's going to make the fleet that much better. Darth Soze says, also, my wife who doesn't play enjoys your videos because she says your voice is very meditative, even though she has no clue what you're saying. Wow. So Loquitur equals ASMR. That's funny. That cracks me up. Hi, guys. Any way one can see the date he started the account? Starting dates are tight. Mr. Ice making a reference to the Screen Rants stuff. I love Screen Rants. Yeah, that's funny. Starting dates are tight. Yeah, no, I mean, you can see when I started the account because I show all of the gameplay. So I literally show the gameplay on January 1st and then the hyperdrive going in on, later on the day, on the 2nd. So I don't know if there's any way to confirm that where you can actually verify if you want to what the start date was, just to make sure I wasn't hoarding gear or something. But no, we're not doing that. What I've done here is hyperdrive bundle and free to play, and literally anybody who spent the resources in the same way that I did would have their account, be able to get their account to the same place. 2 Grand Arena wins, 2-1 for the first round. So, yeah, we're good. All right, so if you're on Android, you can look at in-game accomplishments and see when your first one was. We can? Maybe we could do that. Maybe we could go into Google Play and validate. Why is IG86 on favorites? Because I pick IG86, and when I find IG86, I find the Vulture Droid. That's the node that I farm the Vulture Droid. So I can farm all of my... I don't have to go to Fleet to pick the ships. Same reason why Wrecker's here, right? Because Wrecker is the same node as the Y-Wing. And we're farming all those ships. We're going straight for all of the pilotless ships. Yep. Jedi Consular, you pick his ship. You go find his ship, and you get the Hyena Bomber. So I have a character that links me to all of my farms. I don't have to go to ships. That's why. Lazy. Loquitur, what rank are you reaching in Fleet? Man, I was getting top 5 for like the first week. It was awesome. But a bunch of people... I've often said that if you hyperdrive bundle, the best other $25 that you can spend, if you go into the journey guide for Chewbacca, where's Chewbacca? No, it's the Millennium Falcon. It's the Millennium Falcon, I think. And you go shop. There's this pack that you can buy for $25 that gets you a 4-star Houndstooth. And I mean, if you're willing to commit $100 to the hyperdrive bundle and you're willing to commit $25 over here, you're already going to be winning Fleet. So there's a bunch of people that have done that, and the people who have committed to that, I can't deal with this Houndstooth very well yet. I keep running out of ship credits. I'm trying to keep my silencer up, and I just haven't been able to get the Discord missile onto this guy yet. So we just got to get enough of these purples, and when we get enough of those purples, we will bump this up to buff immunity, and then we should be able to win more against the Houndstooth. But yeah, basically, I think we're getting, 8th place today or something? Number 6, getting 6th place today. I could, I could maybe beat one of these guys. But I've been experimenting with the endurance instead of the home one. So I kind of threw away some fleet battles this time trying with the home one. Okay. So in terms of characters, guys, again, I can't say it enough. One relic target, one character that you're going to gear 12, and those characters are always going to get gear lockdown. Aside from that, you have one character that's your primary target for middle grade gear, and that's Mon Mothma. She needs 2 stun guns. So among everything else we're doing, we're saving up 2 stun guns for Mon Mothma. We're going to keep pushing her stars up, her gear tiers up. We're going to make this Mon Mothma team. 5s, like I said, we got to get him through this ultra greedy gear tier. So that'll take us a little while, but we'll get him through that. Okay, in terms of squads, what I did, I worked on Kylo unmasked. We got him to gear 12 so far. We farmed up a bunch of stuff for him here. So we've got these completed. We've got these completed. And we just need to wait for stun cuffs. And we'll be able to get this completed. Then we're working on this down here. We need more med packs for this. We'll need 40 more med packs and another Carbonti. And we've got to farm that. We've got to farm all of this stuff. And then all of this stuff. So we'll work on that. In terms of the other characters that are in his team, they're useless, right? No mods. Not even a mod on these guys. So it's basically just Kylo Ren unmasked gear 12. That's a defense. Let the opponent deal with it. For the clones, Rex, nothing. 5s has some rudimentary mods that I did take up to 15. And these mods are bad, guys. Take a look at this. 7 speed on 2 rolls. 5 speed. Now this one is sliceable. 5 speed, it's okay substats. 8 speed on 2 rolls. No tenacity. So we're not going to be slicing that. This one is sliceable too. I would lock it, but it's a defense primary stat. The substats aren't that great, but it could be sliced someday. Defense primary stat. And this is a crit avoidance that has a substat for speed. And it didn't hit any speed on the rolls, which was kind of annoying, but yeah, since we were trying to hit the speed on the way up, we went ahead and finished it out. And we've got kind of a defensive set on 5s. But again, mostly the level 15 5-dot mods. I'm just trying to get the maximum I can out of his ship. Right? So all of the stuff we do to the characters, bringing up the ship galactic power, it's bringing up the stats over here. And that's what we're really going for with 5s. It's not that we're desperate to have him be a good character. We're just trying for ships. No mods. No mods, no mods, no mods. So basically the clone team is just going to be a modded 5s and garbage. Sisters. Now what we're doing here, we just dropped mods onto the sisters. And we're going to keep doing that. So let's go in here, only unassigned mods, and see if we've got some things that didn't work out. Let's keep throwing mods at these Night Sisters. Something that didn't work out, just keep chucking. Now, the only reason we're putting mods on Night Sisters, this team is a very high synergy team, which means when you bring this team into Grand Arena, just the characters themselves already have a lot of good interactions with each other. So just by having these characters in the same squad, it's already more powerful than a lot of stuff. Look at that. We're completely out of credits, guys. Completely out of credits. And all we need to do is just make them a touch faster than the team that an opponent might bring in, and that's it. You know, just a little bit faster, a little bit tougher. Anything that we can do here, just to give them just a step above. Defense, yeah, we'll go ahead and assign that. This one's got speed on it, so it could act, well, it's tenacity main stat, so that's going nowhere. Never mind. Confirm those changes. And the Night Sister Spirit. So, again, 2 weeks in, this is what we can do. We can just throw garbage mods onto these characters. And then, you know, if the opponent has an unmodded team, this team is better than an unmodded team. But that's it. That's all. That's all it is. Geos. Nothing, right? We don't have any mods in the Geos. And I don't want to just throw mods on the Geos right now because, honestly, I really don't want to mod the Geos until I have mods that are worthwhile. So this team is terrible right now. But I did get the Brood Alpha to the point where he's got the leadership ability that gets me the 15,000 health and protection. So there'll be tanky bugs going into the battle. But I don't want to mod them and then remod them and then remod them again. That doesn't feel very good to me. Jedi, if we look at their mods, we can just pop this, show mods. Mace Windu has mods. Again, I'm messing around with the Endurance fleet, so I put some mods on him again. Just anything to help build up the power on the capital ship, but unmodded characters. Then if we go over here to our flex teams, we did throw some mods at our Phoenix. We need one more speed mod somewhere over here to make him get the speed set bonus. Fine, that's enough. And again, it's just something. We did mod the Mon Mothma team, so let's go look at that. Catch up on chat over here. I'm going for a Negotiator and have it at 6 stars now, but I have no idea what reinforcements to use. Negotiator, you want to use Anakin, the BTL, and then I like Rex as a starting 3, and then Ahsoka and 5s, and Plo. Those are your 3 reinforcements, and not much else to say. That's good stuff. If you've got Houndstooth, you can use Anakin, Houndstooth, and 5s, for example. That's what I'm using still on my Loquitur account. And then reinforce with Ahsoka, Plo, the BTL if you have it. So for Mon Mothma, we used a speed set. Speed set is horrible on Mon Mothma. This character has a base speed of like 100. It's ridiculous. This character is just dumb. In terms of how fast she is. Now, the reason is because she gets a passive plus 50 speed. Oh, well, come on. We want to see the character. It's not going to let us see the character. So, where is it? Mon Mothma has plus 50 speed. So she gets plus 50 speed, but the trade-off for that is that her base speed is absolute garbage. So eventually, we definitely do not want a speed set on her. But for right now, it's the only thing that we're going to have where we're going to have some speed substats and try to make her fast. So I've given her some of the better mods. Here we've got an 11 speed mod. We got 9 speed, 5 speed here, 8 speed here, 9 speed here, and then a 30 speed arrow. So it's kind of some pretty good speed substats on her. That gets her to 152. That'll put her at 200 starting out. Now, the original team that I had planned to do here was Cassian and who did I have? I had Cassian, Biggs, and oh wow, I'm blanking on the third. Wow. Oh, the Hoth Rebel Scout, because of his turn meter gain. Unfortunately, in trying to play that through the squad arena, I found out that the ability to effectively generate turn meter is really low. Jyn Erso has a move that can steal turn meter. So what we did, we modded Biggs, and we actually put good mods on him. So we got speed. We've got offense here with 11 speed. That's definitely a sliceable mod at some point. Here we've got offense with 14 speed. Again, a sliceable mod. Here's a 10 speed gold, so it's not sliceable, but it's, you know, a lot of these 2-roll mods as good as we have right now. Here's a sliceable one at 9 speed. So we put our better mods on Biggs. And then I decided to use Wedge for now because Wedge has this passive where he has 12% offense and plus 9 speed for each ally with full health. And Mon Mothma can heal people up and pretty much keep them at full health. 15 speed if they're not at full health. And if Biggs Darklighter is present, he also gains that bonus. So if I can keep Wedge alive, his job is just going to be to make Biggs hit harder. That's literally it. And then Jyn has this ability that steals turn meter. Gains turn meter equivalent to the amount removed. And I've been finding that, you know, giving her kind of back-to-back turns by stealing turn meter and then using these guys like this, it's more effective than trying to do the turn meter train so far. So we've kind of swapped out how that team works and who got modded. Pathfinder gives 15%. Don't forget about Pathfinder. Pathfinder. You're talking about Pathfinder. What are you talking about, 15%? Do or die. 15% max health and 20% turn meter for each. Oh, when he's defeated. Oh, gains speed up for 2 turns. Yeah, so putting him in as a self-sacrificing tank, yeah, that can work. But we don't get him with the hyperdrive bundle. So anything where we don't get it with the oh, come on. Keep clicking the wrong thing. If we don't get it with the hyperdrive bundle, we're pretty much not going to focus on that at first. So these are all characters that we get out of the hyperdrive bundle. We just added this 3PO and Chewie. Let's look at his mods. I am going with the tenacity build on these guys. 6 speed there. I did give him 30 speed here. Sped him up a little bit. No speed here. No speed here. Just kind of garbage mods. This one has speed but no tenacity substats, so it's not a very good mod. Why won't it let us progress to the next character? Interesting. Jyn Erso just has basic mods on her. And again, some of these are pretty good. So plus 12 speed here, plus 12 speed here, 8 speed here. So we've tried to make her fast so that she can go early and try to get that turn meter steal off. If we have anything with potency, we really need to try to swap this out for potency if we can. Potency. Yeah, let's go ahead and assign a potency mod here. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it as is right now. We'll find a better potency mod later. So that's it. So Biggs has level 15 mods. Mon Mothma has level 15 mods. There's some scattered around on other characters, but mainly. And 3PO and Chewie, since we had to take this one to 15 for 30, then we took another one to 15 just to get the bigger, the 20% set bonus instead of the 15%. So that'll make up, honestly, that'll be our primary offense. Guys, that's like our best offense team right there. That's the best offense we got to offer on this account right now. Palpatine with Vader. And again, you can mix and match however many of these we feel like we need to get Vader sped up to do what he needs to do. But basically, you know, you get a Force Crush. Merciless Massacre is not Zated, so that's, you know, kind of a useless ability. It's more of a cooldown reset. So you do your Force Crush first, you try to cull somebody out, and then on a next turn you can do Merciless Massacre and then a basic or something like that, and it'll cool your other skills down by an extra turn. here we've got this Fin Poe team and the Padme and team that we plan on building later. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to come in here and we're going to pick the best 3 defenses out of this stuff that we want to use. So maybe we'll use, let's say, Geos, Night Sisters, and this. Well, that leaves me the clones and the Jedi also on an offensive team. So we'll use these defensive squads to place a defense first, and then everything left over I can use on offense. Ship-wise, we'll put trash on defense and take our good ships on offense, and we'll try to park our SLKR, our Kylo Ren unmasked in front of ships, typically. So we'll try to block the ship zone as best we can. Bad ships on defense, our better ships on offense. Now going forward, gear priority for this, definitely going to be working on Vader. Definitely going to be kicking in on pilots. And then behind that, everything is Geos, right? So once we get past the pilots, we're not going to be... Fives is a pilot, so he'll get attention. But we're not going to be working on clones yet. We're not going to be working on all these other crazy teams, Jedi, whatever. We will work on Mace Windu for his ship, right? Because we're playing with the Endurance. Now, guys, I don't know if playing with the Endurance is a good idea. I honestly don't know. I think Home 1 is a much better ship, but we can actually make use of Mace Windu in the early game. So I want to develop this Endurance. I want to try it. I want to see if we can make that be the functional capital ship in a meaningful way. And mainly, it's an experiment. For everybody else, I would recommend Home 1 or Tarkin. I'm trying the Endurance because I have to build it anyway. And I want to prove out whether it's good or not. But the Geos will be getting all of the low-level gear. So whenever we get this stuff, these projectors and stuff, it'll all be going on Geos. And we'll work mostly on the Spy. He'll be the Tier 3 character. And we'll get him pushed up as fast as we can. Get this Geo team rocking and rolling. Hopefully by next week, we'll be able to mod the Alpha and the Spy. That would be good. And then, the week after that, get the rest of them modded. So 4 weeks out, let's have a modded Geo team and a fleet that's at least something that we can put on the field. I think that would be a legitimate and valid goal. All right, let's catch up on chat. What questions do you have about this Subtisio account? What do you guys want to know? What can I show you? What can I say? What can I do to help? I've been watching the mod series. I posted a question and maybe you could answer. How do you know what speed arrows to upgrade that are considered high potential? So for arrows, so basically, I didn't do much with that in the mod video. But basically, if you've got an arrow that's a speed main stat that has, let's say it has 4 stats that are all defensive, then it's a good one to slice up. If it's got all offensive stats, good to slice up. I love finding arrows that have a speed substat just as much as everything else, because just like this, if this arrow could work out where you get the crit avoidance on here and you can get multiple hits on the speed, that becomes really attractive. I think I've got one of those on my main account over here. Let's go take a look. If I went to mods and I sort by speed and I look for arrows with crit avoidance, let's look at everything. So yeah, okay, we've got that on Wrecker now. So we've got a 16 speed mod with crit avoidance. We've got one here that's 16 speed with crit avoidance. So this, it looks just like all of the other mods, right? They're mods with a main stat that have a good speed substat. So those are definitely worth playing with. Here's a speed mod that's crit avoidance with a speed substat. You can see that I'm going for this a lot. I'm constantly trying to find crit avoidance with speed substats. But we've had mixed success with that. Not so much speed there. But in terms of the speed mods themselves, if you look at, speed mods with a speed main stat, you'll see, well, look here. I rarely take them past the 6 dot. I don't really do 6 dot slicing. But if you wanted to do 6 dot slicing, that's what you would look for. Like this has a bunch of defensive stats, so it might be good to work on. This one has pretty garbage. Yeah, this is good offensive stats, right? We've got protection in there, but we've got potency, offense, crit chance. So anything with matching stats is good to slice up. Yeah. Tenacity, offense, flat offense here. That's why I sliced this one for SLKR. Offense, crit chance, offense. The tenacity is not that desirable, but adds a lot of offense. Cat, offense, defense. Flat stats here. Again, if you're going to be doing 6 dot slicing, not so good. Okay, maybe over answered the question. I love talking about mods. Urso gets 10% potency every next turn. Yeah, she does. She ramps her potency through. That's right. She does ramp potency throughout the combat. My ult is on your Subtisio guild in an old shard. How do I get crystal economy since I'm so far behind in fleets? Ken, what I've advised other people to do in the situation where they're coming back to a very old account is to actually start a new account and play both for a little while. And if you find out that your new account is enjoyable, is more fun to play than your old account, several people have said, I'm never going to get fleet placement. I'm just going to quit the old account. Some people have continued to play both accounts, and some people have said, I've got too much time and effort in my old account. I'm going to sacrifice the fleet placement and just play it. And go for Executor and try to get fleet placement that way. So those are your 3 options. Either go right for Executor, if you can somehow get the Razor Crest, or, consider trying an alt. Because once you lose that snowball, think about it. If you can get 400 crystals a day, every day, for 7 days, it's 2,800. If we go to the shop and we try to buy 2,800 crystals, that's going to cost us $20, right? Right here, $2,800, $20. So you literally, if you get first place in fleet every day, you make $80 a month, $80 to $100 a month worth of crystals. You can't replace that. It's just irreplaceable. And I don't think it's possible to snowball an account if you can't get top 10. You really have to be able to get top 10. So if we look at prizes, top 10 is where you hit 200 crystals. If you're down here in the 100 crystals or 50, you got to get to 200. And getting the top 5 is another 100, gets you up to 300. So, top 5 has really got to be the target. Anywhere in this top 5 is fine. You get 300 crystals for a whole week, that's 2,100. That's still almost $20 worth of stuff. 17 instead, What do you do next on the account? What we do next on this account is just keep accumulating gear and keep working on the characters, Relic on Kylo, Gear 12 on Vader, and then filling in the other important characters as I get the gear. Work on the shops. We're not even going to be able to buy this stuff, guys. We're going to have to go farm something. We're going to have to go farm something before we can buy out of the shops. I still think I have 1 hit left on Django. So we'll farm that, get some credits, and then we're just going to farm Chirotechs. We don't necessarily need Chirotechs right now, but guys, this is just the best node in the game for light side. Just can't get enough farming these Chirotechs. Okay, that gets us a little money. Maybe we can make our shop purchases now. We are that broke on this account. Look at this. All right. Got to go farm just to make purchases. Out of this guild store, got to look for Carbantes, right? We've spent everything buying Carbantes. That's going to be the biggest bottleneck on any hyperdrive account is going to be Carbantes. So we're looking for Carbantes out of the shop as the #1 priority. And then character shards. And then these pieces of gear right here can be extremely valuable. Like this Mark IV Biotech. Let's go look at that. Just as an example. If we buy that Mark IV Biotech, we get the completed pieces, right? That's a Mark V. Where's the Mark IV? Here it is. So we're getting the completed pieces. It's Mark III and Mark V. Okay, so this one's not that big of a deal. We're not that impressed by this. But there's pieces that you buy from down here that are completed that are really a big deal. You really, for 100, you can get completed Mark III detonators. That's huge. That's huge. You got to pick those up early game. So we're looking for Carbantes here, really good values here, and then character shards. In this shop, we're just buying our way through Qui-Gon right now, right? No, I'm sorry. This is Squad Arena. So we're working on Newt passively. We've got Tarkin ready to go. We've got Mace Windu finished, and so we did all 3 of the capital ship captains right away. Over here we're doing Biggs Darklighter. We've got him going on to 7 shards. We're buying his ship when we can. That's a real slow deal. We'll probably only 6-star Biggs' ship. I'm not sure I'll ever take it to 7 stars. Over here we are buying Grievous every time he comes up. We're buying the Umbran Starfighter, and we're buying Sunfac's ship when we can find it. And we don't find Sunfac's ship in here, so we don't have enough stuff in the bank. We still have the fleet payout for today that we can go collect. That'll be our bank. So that gives us a bank of about, at least 3 purchases. So we don't want to waste that on other stuff. We do want the spy. We do want, the Sunfac from down here. But we can't buy that because Grievous may show up 3 times between now and tomorrow, right? We always have to have enough to buy Grievous 3 times between now and tomorrow. Here, don't spend anything. Here, we're buying computers. Here, we're desperately trying to get some Shard Shop currency by over-farming Kylo. You can see we've bought some of these computers. We'll buy some pieces out of here to help. Probably not. We can probably only afford to, we still got a bunch of med packs to buy. So we got to buy these purple pieces for the Gear 13. It's pretty much all we can do with the Shard Shop for now. And then I was able to get a couple purchases over here on Galactic, on Conquest. Where was it? We did get a couple purchases on some of this gear. So some armor and some of these multi-tools. So that's not bad, right? I mean, that'll help us a little bit on relicking characters. And on easy mode, I'm frustrated, guys. I thought maybe I'd be able to complete easy mode on my first time through, but I'm completely getting shut down by this Bad Batch team. I've tried a couple different things against them, and I'm locked out. I should have probably gone this node to had some options here, but I really didn't think that it would be that much of a problem with these Bad Batch. I'm on shutout. I'm done. I'm locked out of Sector 5. So for sure we'll have to do easy mode again next time. All right. Seeing what you're doing makes me feel better about my GAC going into my first one, Ward Point Ranch says. All right, that's good. I have an arrow with health primary and 21 speed for my GG. Nice. Those are nice. You can always add a speed secondary in your search terms to get arrows that aren't speed main stat. Speed secondary. Yeah. Okay, I got what you're saying. So in the search, do speed secondary. Yeah, that'd be a good way if you wanted to slice some arrows. Don't run from flat stats at all if it's complete in a set. I mean, if the flat stats match what you're trying to do with the mod, it's not a problem. I just really like the percent stats because I'm planning for relic characters, so I always like the percent stats because they work better for relics. Barris, Daka, Anakin, Yoda, Vader. I try my best to find double offense or health. Offense or health, yeah. On your mods. Nice. When I started playing again, I couldn't even make it into top 50 fleet arena, but it's never too late to unlock a better fleet. Yeah, I mean, Malevolence fleet is the one that can get you there, because Malevolence can beat even the Executors. So if you're going to build one fleet to try to rise without it being the Executor fleet, then it really has to be Malevolence. I've seen people say that they can counter the Executor with a Negotiator fleet, but I have not seen that consistently done. So there's a little technique that I was given to me by a viewer. I can't remember who it was exactly that posted it, but I took a look at it. It's basically a Galactic Republic fleet, and you use Darth Vader to strip the turn meter and ability block the Houndstooth and keep him out of the way while you deal with one of the Razor Crest or another important ship on the Executor fleet. And I can't get that to work consistently. It looks like a cool tactic. I'm trying to figure out how to make that work, but so far I haven't been successful with it against the Executor that's in our fleet. Part of it's because my Houndstooth is still gear 12. I think if it was Relic, I might have a lot better chance of pulling that out. DL, had you optimized and waited to buy Hyperdrive bundle once at 65, how much would that have helped your current mod crunch, do you think? The mod crunch, it would help a bit, right? So you would have had time to farm mods. Those high-end nodes are hard to unlock, so I probably would have a bunch of health mods and defense mods, probably not a whole lot of speed mods. If I remember right on my main account, I didn't really unlock the speed mods until right around the time that I was getting into fleet. What makes a huge difference, though, is by that period of time, you can't farm signal data anyway. So all of your Cantina energy could have been spent on farming Geos. The Geos would all be at 7-star. They would all have their gear. They'd all be at level 85. And building up the Geo fleet from there, once you already have the Geos at a good level, that's what gets you the huge advantage. Then you don't need to try to do what I'm doing and try to make this little hyperdrive fleet functional as a bridge until I can get the Geos up and running. You wouldn't have to do that. So that's the big advantage. And the reason why that's so optimized is because basically it's exactly that reason. You can build up the Geos, have them ready, and then when you do the hyperdrive bundle, the gear that you get in the hyperdrive bundle is right at the level that you need to progress your Geos, because you'll have them at gear 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there, and you'll be able to take a couple of the Geos up quite a bit right away, and your Geo fleet will just zoom right to the top. The Negotiator counter only works with an R8 Vader and an R9 Kenobi. And it only works against an R9 Piet, and it fails against an R9 Piet. Well, the guy that showed up in my Loquitur shard is still Relic 8 on the Piet. And I'm not above going ahead and giving it a good old try. Even if it's not, let's say, ideal speed matching, there still might be something to it. So I've been playing around with it to see if I can make it work. And haven't made it work so far, but it's a cool idea. I like it. I think there's some potential to somehow get it used. Any advice on using a 4-star TIE Advanced with Executrix? A 4-star TIE Advanced with Executrix. Well, it better be a reinforcement. TIE Advanced is Vader's ship, right? If you're using Vader's ship with the Executrix at 4 stars, if you put it on the field at the start, it won't be fast enough. You probably, if your Vader ship is fast enough, you can hit something, get a target lock, trigger taunt on the bomber. So there's ways that you can actually play Vader as a starting 3. But at that low star level, you have to bring him in as a reinforcement. And Vader with a leveled up reinforcement can be a scary reinforcement, even if he's not a fantastic ship, because he does put damage over times on everybody, and get some stuff going on right away. 3 damage over time and offense down, which can't be evaded, so everybody gets the effects. So he comes in and hits with that, and then he can put target locks on people, and so as a reinforcement, he's not bad. But I would definitely have a Houndstooth and if you had something like the Houndstooth, the TIE Bomber, and Imperial TIE Fighter, or some other good damage dealing ship as your starting 3, then you can bring him in as a reinforcement. The Empire fleet gets pretty good when you get a Relic level TIE, because this TIE at Relic level actually hits pretty darn hard. We've got a Relic TIE here. Why haven't we finished this ship? This is on my main account. Just finish it. But this skill really does a ton of damage, and he gains Foresight, which potentially feeds your capital ship turn meter. So as the starting 3, he can be pretty good. He goes fast, does that ability, gets off a target lock. That triggers your taunt, and then Vader can hide. All right. Negotiator works consistently against non-7-star Executors. That's fair enough. As long as they're slow and you can get that initial... the problem with the Executor is you have to deal with the tenacity up. So doing the normal, big area effect that the Negotiator has that puts days on everybody and all those effects, because they start with tenacity up, that it doesn't work like it does against other fleets. So you either have to just power through the damage or work around that. Has anyone done the math on how many crystals it costs to take Executor from 4 to 7? 25, 231, says Darth Soze. All right. Sounds like he knows exactly the amount. 231. That's weird. I don't think we can spend 1 crystal, can we? Yeah. Anyway, 25,000 is gets you in the ballpark. Sounds about right. I wailed on the Executor, and I did. It was over $100 worth of crystals that I had to invest in it, so that sounds right. I spent like $250 in total on that because I had to work on a couple characters the week before. I had to buy some signal data and stuff like that. So, speaking of signal data, if you guys ever want to buy signal data, there's often green signal data and blue signal data for sale. And let me just go check to make sure, but I think the green signal data is actually efficient to buy it straight out of the store. Yeah, so 1,000 for 50. And if you calculate up, 1,000 crystals will get you 10 refreshes on Cantina, right? In those 10 refreshes, each one gets you 12 runs, right? No, I'm thinking wrong. On Cantina, it's 16 for signal data, right? Yeah, so each one gets you 8 runs, and you don't get 1-for-1 signal data. The drop rate on that stuff is like 40% or something like that. So you'll get 3 or 4 signal data per run. So out of 10, you'll only get 30 or 40 of the signal data. So buying that green stuff, if you're short on signal data, you should go into the shop, you should buy the green stuff, and then use your Cantina energy to farm the blue stuff. The blue stuff has just about the same drop rate as the green. I think it's actually the exact same drop rate from what I've seen in terms of statistics. But if you buy this and then use your Cantina energy to farm the blue stuff, then that's efficient, right? Farming the green and buying the blue is not efficient. Anyway, if you're behind on signal data and you ever want to play catch up, the right thing to do is to buy the green stuff. This fragmented signal data has a good drop rate. You get a lot of those. You get more than twice as much when you farm that as you do the green. So again, at $7.50, this is a bad value. The only one worth buying is the green. Yep. I don't think that's doing it all in one day, though, so buying packs costs slightly more after exhausting the bonus tier attempt. So save a couple thousand crystals by waiting 1 month to get it to 7 stars. Hey, that's a good idea, Darth Soze. I like that. Right, because you avoid the cost of the increased attempts. That's smart. Gear 12, IG-88, and Gear 9, TIE Fighter Pilot are all I got left. Nice, TK. That's awesome. Blessed Carrot throws a super chat at me just because you helped me a lot and another guildmate. Hey, Blessed Carrot. Man, I'm glad you find what I'm doing useful. I do appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot for the super chat. That helps. That's nice. The good feedback helps me, guys, because all this stuff takes a lot of time, and the only reason to do it is if you're helping people. So when people say, "Yep, it's actually helping," then that motivates me to keep doing it. If nobody ever says it helps anymore, then probably not worth doing at that point. So no, that stuff helps keep me motivated. You helped just now. All right. What other questions can I answer for you guys? What else we got going on? We do still have my Loquitur account to set up for the GAC round. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close out of the other account, and I'm going to start the Loquitur account. I'm only keeping 2 instances of BlueStacks running. It seems that when I have 3 running, it crashes my computer. I haven't been able to fix that yet, so no more than 2 instances of BlueStacks at the same time, and it seems to be okay. Wordpoint Ranch says, "You help without screaming or dancing or complaining." And I appreciate it. Yeah. That's what we try to do. We try to have an adult stream over here. And less whining. I won't say no whining, because there's times where I get kind of whiny too. There are things in the game that still annoy me, but like the Qui-Gon Jinn thing, it just drives me crazy to see people, "Oh, they nerfed it, and we spent all this, and give us back our Omicron CG," and just stop. The character's still fine. There's plenty of uses. We got to finish out our quests for the day. Let's go in here. Take a battle. Forfeit out. Can't lose those daily quest bonuses. Those 3 Kairos that you get. It's a big deal, those 3 Kairos. What do you guys think? Are 3 Kairos a day a big deal? See, for completion down here, we're going to get a little box, and it always has either computers or chirotechs in it, right? We get 3 for completing the daily quest. Do you guys think that that's a big deal, yes or no? A lot of people are like, "Oh, well, that's a joke," whatever. It's over 1,000. It's like 1,060 or something like that a year. If you do that for 365 days, that's what, 36, 72, 108? So it's 1080. It's 1,080 some Kairos in a year. It's no joke. 395 maybe, or 10,095. And that combines to what? 20 full Kairos a year. Got to get it every day, guys. Can't let that stuff pass you up, even in little bits. Okay. 115 at Chromium 3. Still not great. I'm not going to do much very different over here, I don't think. In terms of squads, on offense, we've still got... Well, we're using this Qui-Gon team more than we're using the Bastila version of it. We got the Troopers. We got Nest. That all looks the same. This is good. We got some junk Sith. A couple off characters just to put the Palpatine on defense. Got garbage. Got a couple trash teams to throw away. I could do a lot of work on this battle droid, though. Look at that. Next account review, I gotta pump up some battle droids over here. We can star the heck out of him. Not that it does any difference on the GG team, but yeah, who knows? Maybe it's better. We could put the Zeta on him sometime. You know what? We should Zeta him, right? Droid battalion, 50 stacks of droid battalion. We'll throw the Zeta on him to make it 100 instead of 50. Make it slightly more. Well, that's worse though, because we want all the droids to die roughly at the same time. Once Magna Guard gets the full relic and Grievous gets the full relic, then I may even commit Watt to this. I have to get armor so that I can put Watt on the Grievous team. Once you get the relic Magna Guard, we'll probably put Watt on defense. Yeah, this is just a lot the same. Not really going to change it. What am I going to do with bounty hunters? That's the question. What am I going to do with bounty hunters? Because right now, kicking Boba Fett out of here and putting Quill in makes a lot of sense. You run this with... Zam is Omicron. So she's boosting everybody up. And then we come back in with Quill. So we put Quill's skills on first, and then Zam comes in and applies her skills. So we get kind of a double boost. We don't really have a good enough team to put Quill on otherwise for Scoundrels. Yeah. That's okay. We'll put him up there for now. This team is interesting. This team has gotten a lot of holds, a lot of low banner wins. It's... Oh my God. Did I do it again? I did it again. Hey! All right. We had to have a failed screen change again at some point, right? BlueStacks didn't update to the right account. So it's partially my fault. When I launched the account, it didn't update on BlueStacks. All right. Still not right. Still not right. Can't find it. It's no good, guys. BlueStacks. I'm going to have to start again, guys. I'm going to have to start again. We're going to have to go to this instance manager and just kill them all. Close it. Oh, now it came up right. Oh, no. Okay. Kill it. Close it. Start it. Hi from Ninja Jedi. Hey, man. What GL will you be gunning for on your hyperdrive account? We're going to take a little different path on that one. We're going to go clones first, and then we're going to go into gas, and then we're going to go straight for Kenobi as the first GL. See if we can make that work. It'll be a light side account instead of a dark side account. All right. Why is this not? Okay, I think I got it, guys. I think I finally got it. That's weird. Okay, so when I restarted the Darth Loquitur, I told you guys I had to restart the BlueStacks. It didn't update into my... it didn't update. We got it now, though. Blessed Carrot's got to go watch soccer. All right, see you, man. See you later. I'm doing gas on my main right now. I have a full CLS team put together. Just not very high gear at the moment. Hoping to have them at gear 12 by the time I unlock gas. That's cool. All right, so back into the Loquitur account. Let's start over. Squads. Whew, sorry about that, guys. In terms of squads, I mean, the Geos are still fine as a squad. This Padme team, we're never going to put 5s in here anymore because he's with the clones now. Probably not ever going to put Yoda in there either because he'll be with a Jedi team. I don't know. I mean, if we need a random other Galactic Republic to make Anakin mad or something, we can bring in the Clone Sergeant, I suppose. Ayla might go somewhere else. Yeah, so we'll clean that up. This is what I was talking about with the Bounty Hunter team. So we've got these Bounty Hunters with Queel, and I could potentially take Queel off and put him on a separate Scoundrel team. In long term, I think I do plan to do that. I do plan to have a different Scoundrel team under Queel. But for right now, I mean, that would be Han, Chewie, IG-11, and then figure out some leader for that team. I think I played around with that somewhere. Where was it? I think it might have been Stormtrooper Han. Just put a leadership skill in there, and then do Queel, IG, and then Han and Chewie. And just kind of, let Queel's stats boost up Han and Chewie and let them do a lot of damage at low level. So he'll eventually get kicked out of this team, but I got to get Zam to Relic level before I can really kick him out of the team. Otherwise, it's not too much of a surprise. But in this setup, we want Queel's passive first. I guess it really doesn't matter the way it goes, because I think Zam's passive is continuous. So his is at the start of the battle, everybody gains stuff. So he'll give bonuses across to everybody. And then Omicron on Zam, she'll speed everybody up and then share her stats. So we want Queel to be giving her more offense before she shares her stats out. But okay, then this team is a little bit nastier than people expect coming in from a first glance. Zam isn't very fast yet, 233. With the extra speed she gets, we've only got 4 bounty hunters. So she'll get some extra speed. Probably be like 280, something like that. So she'll share, 56 speed with the other guys. That'll put him 340? 330? 56 would put him at 340. Wow. So he'll be at 340 speed. Probably surprise some people. And, I mean, the team's not hitting that hard. It's just one relic here on Django, 262 and 56. He'll be at 320, 318, something like that. Yeah, so just meant to surprise some people. We'll leave it like that. Emperor team. So I really don't think there's much for me to do over here. These are the droids. Got a lot of shards for that B1 battle droid. Been farming him on and off on fleet as one of my goals for a while. Not currently, but when it's hard node day, of course, I'll farm him even out of fleet. Fleet hard nodes count as hard nodes toward the daily objective. So whenever it's hard node day, then we do all the hard nodes we can in fleet and regular. But yeah, I think we just leave this alone. If it's not broke, don't fix it. We're good. We're doing well with the teams we got. Yoda will probably come down here. This definitely becomes Yoda at this point. And now instead of like a throwaway team, this team becomes really hard hitting. I think we got unique clicked, so we gotta edit Yoda out of this team in order to be able to put him down below. I like to click that unique button that keeps me from doing dumb stuff where I take one character and assign him to 2 teams where he's important, and then, later you go to play that team and he's not there and you left him on defense or something. So this prevents me from doing that with the unique only button. And then we'll add a Jedi over here. Who do we have left? Yeah. Well, we really are down to the scrubs. Look at that. We got to get Kyle fit for the Mon Mothma team too. At some point. What's the Mon Mothma squad looking like these days? Yeah, kind of scrubby. So we'd probably replace Jin or K2. Probably K2 with Kyle, right? Get him in there. See if we can get some gear on him. Is he favorited? Yeah, he's favorited. You need to get him up in the favorites. Get some mods on him. Let's see if we've got some mods for this guy. Oof. Let's do that. This 15, 14, 9 down here. All the good speed mods are taken up there. 14, 30. Get 12 out of this. Let's see if we have something down here that's got tenacity main stat. Okay, so then we really do need speed mod over here. 10 speed. Alright, take these up. And if we have to use Kyle Katarn for some reason, at least he'll have some mods on him. How fast did we get him? 229. Absolute garbage gear tier. What is he, like gear 7 or something? Gear 8. Yeah, he's gear 7. He hasn't even made it to gear 8 yet. Oof. What are we missing? I feel like, yeah, we need 2 of those. Alright. Alright, so we got to work on him just a little bit. Alright, I'm doing gas on my main. Oh, we already read that. An exit note. If you reply to comments and start a conversation, the algorithm ranks it higher. If you reply to comments. Oh, okay. I try to reply to comments when I can. So you're saying I should reply to all comments. Okay, I'll try that. I'll try anything. Trying to pitch dark. If I'm trying to pinch energy and time, should I just use Snow Trooper with Veers, Gideon Stark, and Piet on my troopers? Well, we've had that up and running as our main trooper team for a while now on this Loquitur account. I've been very satisfied with the Snow Trooper, but I mean, it's not the best. It's not the best trooper for that slot. But if you want the Snow Trooper there, I like it. It's a good character. It's really good at putting out a lot of area effect damage. Not good against teams like CLS where the area effect triggers a whole bunch of counterattacks. You know, certain scenarios the Snow Trooper can be, well, then it's just a basic attack at that point. But yeah, the area effect with the reset, as long as you get 3 crits, the timer's reset. And then as soon as you go again, this overwhelming assault's up again. Just mow things down. It's very satisfying. It's fun to play. Hey DL, I followed your plan of not putting the Zeta on Sidious. Well, I do tier 1 of the C event, and I'm sitting at 6 of 7 wins. Lost the first one due to terrible RNG. Nice, Graham Case. Nice. Pretty much match my Sidious stats with the mod I put on with yours, except the crit avoidance. That's cool. That's very cool. Snow will fit in with Iden teams once you get around to that. Yeah, that's a long way off, right? But Death Trooper and Randy. Yeah, Range Trooper is a better trooper overall than Snow Trooper. Again, I built Snow Trooper, and I've never told people to go build Snow Trooper. When I built Relic Spy, I told people that Relic Spy was worth it. When I built Snow Trooper, I said, hey, it's for a very specific purpose. You can build it or not. But I like it. I mean, honestly, I've gotten my money's worth out of that Snow Trooper over and over and over again. We've killed so many Geo teams and Jedi Knight Revan teams with that. It's crazy. So, no problem with the Snow Trooper. How do you rank them between Range, Snow, and Dark Trooper for that team? Well, Dark Trooper is probably... I'll go out on a limb and say Dark Trooper is the most... The damage that Dark Trooper can do is game-changing. You can take this team from maybe being able to deal with some Darth Revans to then just going in against Darth Revan with confidence and beating Darth Revan with troopers. Dark Trooper is a game changer. So there's no question that whenever you talk about the best trooper team, it's always going to have Dark Trooper. So it's like Dark Trooper, all other troopers, and then the discussion begins down there. In terms of Range Trooper, Range is fantastic for PvE. He gets all kinds of protection back. He calls assists against certain teams like Darth Revan. A Range Trooper can be the kiss of death because if they have HK, you can never use his protection up ability. Otherwise, HK will prevent your turn meter and you'll get rolled. So, but for PvE, I think Range Trooper is fantastic. And honestly, I would say if you talk about the quote best team, my opinion is to have Range and Dark and kick out Stark. But of course, Stark is a requirement for the Sith Eternal. So if you're building Sith Eternal, you're going to build these 3 troopers with Veers, Stark, and Piet no matter what. So a lot. So if you want to know the very best, I would say Veers, Piet, Gideon, Range, Dark. That's probably the highest damage trooper team you could put together. I just don't want to farm Dark. You will. You want to farm Dark. So it may be true that you don't want to farm Dark right away. So build a trooper team without him, just like this trooper team. I've built this trooper team without him. But when I can fit Dark Trooper in the rotation, he's going in the rotation. We're going to build him when we can. 2 years in on the account or whatever, but we're definitely going to build him. Days stun with range and death. Death Trooper's good in PvP. So he's not that great in PvE, but he's good in PvP. Him and Snow Trooper make a fine pair for PvP. They really do a lot of damage, cooldown reduction, blah. A lot of stuff. On March 4th, Dark will be double drop. Nice. That's the exact current trooper team I'm currently gearing and leveling at the moment. Nice. All right, guys. Hey, that's probably going to be it for me for the day. Been on for a couple hours, messed around with these accounts, got the team set up, and I really am starting to lose my voice. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hardly talk anymore. So I'm gonna pack it up there. Still got some stuff to do to post the Subtisio account update for the week, so I still have that to do. So I'm gonna take a break, get my throat back, and come back in and do that. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, hanging out with me for a chill stream here on Sunday. I hope this helps some people. And if you got questions, if you got more questions, just join us over on the Discord. Go into that Ask Loquitur channel if you want to ask me questions specifically. Just ask in the general chat if you just want to, talk to people in general, find out some information. It's a good place to be. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate each and every one of you. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will see you in the next holocron.